Hi everyone and welcome to the Free Range Diva. I'm talking to you today just about some things, so what's new with me, some thoughts that I've been having that I wanted to share. I recently saw a video on a channel called Daughter of Old, and hearing the creator talking about her story was what prompted me to want to talk to you today, because I wanted to share her story about living with a chronic illness. I originally found her channel because of the beautiful photography and landscapes that she shows in her videos. They really sort of celebrate the beauty of nature and its infinite variety. And she has a very pleasing voice and a very pleasing manner. And then eventually I found out that she suffers from something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and this affects her. It causes the syndrome itself is a group of diseases that one of the way that they manifest is they can cause a breakdown in collagen production, and this can cause dislocations of the joints, loose skin, loose organs in their placement in the body. And in her case, one of the ways that her disease manifests itself is a genetic disease, by the way. And it manifests in her with something that's called gastroparesis. You can look all this stuff up on Google. I'm not going to get into the medical parts of it, although I did talk to my friend who's a gastroenterologist more about this so that I would have a little bit of a background to talk to you today. The thing that I found so striking about her story is she did a vlog where she talked about a week in her life where her feeding tube, which is what sustains her, she is not able to eat food, regular food, on a regular basis. She gets her nutrition from a tube that broke over Labor Day weekend. And so this video chronicles how she had to first see her doctor and then book an appointment at Johns Hopkins to have it repaired, and have a COVID test before she goes in. And honestly, this is a young woman who's been living with this syndrome for most of her life. And you would think that the amount of things that she has to go through simply to stay alive and to live a relatively normal life are astronomical, insurmountable. But she does. She does this all the time. She says she gets her tube changed. They break. And so she needs to get them changed about every 6 months. And this was the longest that she actually went without getting proper nutrition because of COVID and the fact that it happened over the holiday. But all in all, the takeaway that you get from the video is her enthusiasm for life. She talks throughout about all the things that were good that happened over the course of the week, the things that she has gratitude for, the things that come into her life that are beautiful. She talks about the nurses at Johns Hopkins, how wonderful they are and how she loves getting a chance to see them and spend time with them. She talks about how normally when she goes to have herself treated, the place is a zoo with people, but because of COVID, nobody was there. So she had there was no wait. The waiting room, she had it peacefully to herself. And then shortly thereafter she arrived, she was in for the procedure. She had the procedure done, and is very grateful for the fact that prior to the tube that she has now, it required, I believe she said, 4 different tubes attached to her body at all times, merely to keep her alive. And she's had this tube for about a year, maybe 2 at the most. This is an incredibly powerful story about not only surviving but thriving when the odds are stacked so high against you. I haven't been able to think about anything else since, especially because this the last few months I have been dealing with my own limited physicality issues surrounding the pinched nerve that I had in my back. I am grateful that I had a full year of no symptoms and really being able to do almost anything that I wanted to do up to a point. Always mindful not to overstress my back because I didn't want to have a recurrence. And as it turned out, I think in July, I got a jigsaw puzzle, and the setup that I had that I had made for myself to put together was on a low coffee table, and I would sit on the couch, on the edge of the couch, and work on it. And this apparently, over the course of the few weeks that it took me to put this puzzle together, really stressed out my back. I knew it. I could feel it, especially that second week. But, when my back would start to hurt, I would just pull back, relax a little bit, and then go back to it. So I probably would work maybe an hour to 2 hours on it every day. As a result, though, the strain on my back was too much. The spasms started. At first, they were just mild sort of numbness down my right leg. Eventually, that kept it became stronger, and the numbness started to turn to really pain. And I found myself on a cane on a couple of occasions because my right leg wouldn't support my weight. And now I'm sitting on a heating pad, in fact. But knowing that I will probably be dealing with this because I don't want to take medication to help me deal with the symptoms, only because in the past, that medication has caused some serious cognitive issues, and it's taken me a really long time to kind of get my brain back on track so that I can actually sit here and talk to you without having to stop every other sentence to try to remember simple words that normally I would be able to use or to say quite easily. On my birthday, it was 111 degrees. And at 11:30, the power went out, which caused, it stayed out for 13 hours, and it caused a lot of stress. I had to go and get ice and carry big bags of ice up the stairs, and I was in and out of the house several times, trying to stay cool, trying to keep my mother cool. There was really nowhere I could take her because everything was shut down because of the virus. And so it was a very, very stressful day, and a day where I was obviously became dehydrated. So I kind of had the trifecta for a really bad spasm: dehydration, the stress, physical stress as well as mental stress, and overusing my back and my legs. So since then, it's been a bit of a struggle, but I was so inspired to, listening to what this young woman goes through every day made me grateful that this is all that I have to deal with. Nerves that in March, I actually fell going up the stairs and jammed my hand into the upright banister on the stairway, and I injured these two fingers. They were swollen for months, and during that time, I still have, my doctor told me that I injured my nerves. There are nerve endings apparently that run here and here, here and here, and I had injured those, and so now I have yet another nerve issue that I deal with. And this, it does limit my movement a bit, and sometimes the pain of the nerves can be really relentless, but I have learned that wrapping my hand in a heating pad will calm it down eventually. And most of the time, I can go 2-3 weeks without nothing. And then one night last week, I woke up in the middle of the night, and it feels like it's weird. It feels like someone's taking a needle and shoving it into the side of your finger and then pulling it out. And it's like, oh, thank God. And then back in again. and out. And that just goes on for as long as it continues to go on. On her channel, actually, she talked about, she wears these gorgeous rings. They're sterling silver. They seem to be very heavy, and they have this very beautiful, intricate design, and she wears them on these 2 fingers of her right hand. She wears those because those are ring splints that she got from Etsy that keep her hands, keep the joints from dislocating. So it keeps them mobilized so that so that she could actually like do things without having to worry about these 2 fingers dislocating. I wish that I had known about that prior. I may still get some for the next time that my hands start giving me a problem, but there were just so many things in that video that were just so eye-opening and inspiring. So I encourage you, the channel again is called Daughter of Old, and her illness is called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. There is an Ehlers-Danlos Society where you can donate for research into this disease, and I donated this morning, and I will link that below as well. It is not a disease where, because it is so complex, the life expectancy is not going to be, it's just not, it's just not. So, and like I said, she is a young woman. So a cure or any kind of treatment that can lengthen that life expectancy would be incredible. So yeah, you can read more about it at the Society's link. You can donate at the Society. And if what I've said has made any kind of impact on you at all, I encourage you to check out our video and go to the Society and learn more about it. The other issue that we have been dealing with here in Southern California, actually in the entire western United States, are the wildfires. It is a catastrophe. It is, you cannot look at the news every day without thinking about the people that have had to evacuate. Either they're running from the flames themselves or from the smoke. The amount of people that are lost, the firefighters that have come from all over the country, even other countries, to help has been an incredible outpouring of blessing, and reminds us all that it takes all of us working together to accomplish anything. You can't go it alone. And so the skies have been pretty smoky. We have been told to stay indoors, which I had to do anyway last week because I really couldn't walk around very much. So I spent an entire week literally in my bed inside with all the windows and all the doors shut. There are lots of tips online as far as how to protect yourself from the smoke. An N95 mask is the only thing that will block the smoke if you have to go outside. So they encourage you to not do that. It's been a week now, and they're still not sure, at least where I am, when the skies are going to clear. As it turns out, there has not been huge winds for this fire event, which has helped tremendously. October, however, September and October, I think I heard some weatherman saying that October is the hottest month of the year here where I live, and September is no slouch either. I think it's 91 today in the city. It's about 80 degrees here where I am. So fall is nowhere in sight. We won't see fall probably until November, and even then it'll be in the 70s. But there may be things that you hear coming from what I will refer to as the federal government about how we're not doing good forest management in these western states. I just want to say that in California, about 60% of the forest lands are owned, belong to, maintained by the federal government. And it's in those 60% where the fires are burning. Mendocino National Forest, Angeles National Forest, which is what's around us, El Dorado National Forest. These are not state-supported forests. So if there's any maintenance that needs to be done, the federal government is responsible for doing it. Oh, the rest of the state, in California anyway, is the 4% of forest lands here come under the jurisdiction of the state. The rest of it is privately owned. Yep, I am prepared for extreme voting. I just wanted to remind you that yes, the election's coming up. Register if you haven't. If you have registered, be sure to go to your state elections website to make sure that you're still registered, and start making plans. I don't know. I mean, we received a mailing about a month ago saying that everyone would be voting by mail, and then the whole post office debacle happened. So I don't know what's going to happen around here, but I am prepared. You can get these on Amazon. They come 2 to a pack, and they're really, really cheap. And it's just a great way to have extra protection. They come with a plastic coating on it that's making it look like it has a film. There we go. So I'm just gonna take that off really quickly. And there's one on the back, but you can almost immediately see that it's very easy to see through this thing. Oh, here, we'll take it off the back too. There. Okay. So yeah, so you can see it's very see-through, and it's something that it just will give you a little extra protection. Speaking of Amazon, occasionally I will shop on Amazon, but with the fact that everything was shut down, that the stores that I would normally go to are either closed or lines to get in and things like that, I just have been ordering online more, either online for someplace local where you can pick it up outside, curbside pickup, or on Amazon, but mostly it's been on Amazon. So I did want to mention that I have really come to appreciate the fact that it's a huge marketplace. You can get a lot of what you want. It's a lot of different vendors. They have a lot of small businesses, mom and pop vendors, specialty vendors, as well as, like your bigger vendors coming from out of China and coming from all over the place. But I have been buying a lot from there. I know you saw my haul, and I hope you liked it. But I wanted to let you know that if there's a content creator on YouTube that you want to support, you can use one of their affiliate links to Amazon, either to their Amazon store, which I have, some of us have stores on Amazon, where we list things that we buy that we like. You can either go to that, or you can click on any Amazon link in their description bar, and they will receive a commission just for bringing you to the platform. So even if you don't buy the item that you click on, whatever else that you do buy, they will receive a commission for that. So it's a great way if there's a favorite YouTuber that you want to support. Feel free to, and you're going to be shopping on Amazon anyway. Use their affiliate links. It helps us all out. So that's it. Hope you didn't mind this little chatty video. Again, I hope it was helpful. I hope you got something out of it. I just wanted to share some things that I've been thinking about, some things that I wanted to say. And I have been profoundly affected, and I hope you have been affected a little bit too. Like I said, anything that I talked about, there are links below, and you can learn more about the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and how to help. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Share it if you found the information useful, and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit the notification bell if you do subscribe, so you won't miss my next video. Till I see you in that next video, I'm wishing you a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Take good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye!